Has the slip begun with Liam Rosenior now at Chelsea? Because if we're looking at our last few matches, yes, I understand one was against PSG in Paris, but the other match against Newcastle, and you could even sprinkle in Leeds and Burnley. Chelsea have not been looking good in the last month. Now, I'm not going to say we need to sack Liam Rosenior at all right now because currently we've been doing quite well in the Premier League, minus the match against Newcastle. Didn't find the back of the net, which again is mind-boggling how we didn't do that. But if we're looking at Champions League, it really does bring the question on what has gone wrong for Chelsea. Is it the back line? Is it the goalkeeper? Is there attacking third? It's hard to pinpoint everything, but clearly we have been struggling, and it now is up to Liam Rosenior to work his magic for the rest of the season because top 5, which is what we need to go into Champions League next season, should still be on the radar for Chelsea, for the players, and for Liam Rosenior because currently right now, everyone in that position does not want to win. Liverpool just drawing to Tottenham today, which is absolutely ridiculous when you think about how poorly Tottenham have been. But Liverpool really are not playing well at all, which really does give us a chance to, again, get above them by the end of the season. We still have to play them later yet this season. We have to play Manchester United, who again are sitting in third position. But the fact is, we have some opponents that we can beat and keep rising up the Premier League table. Granted, currently we are sitting in the 6th position in Europa, which is not what we want to have next year. If we want to bring in excellent players who again can adapt to the Premier League and actually help Chelsea keep building and being a better squad. But like I said, we have to take our chances, and that is what has not been happening in the last handful of weeks. Now, I'm not too sure if Liam Rosenior has been having the full details on all the players and being able to select the starting 11 at times, because it does seem like there are some things manipulating him behind the scenes. But that being said, I do think moving forward, we have to be starting Robert Sanchez week in and week out. Yes, I understand. He's let in a few goals. He's had some errors. But if we're trying to win and do something yet for the end of this season, Robert Sanchez has to start, even in the FA Cup. I do not want to see Jorgensen start. Port Vale, we should be winning that game. We should be moving on and again making it most likely to the final and lifting the FA Cup. At least that should be a bare minimum for the rest of this season. And the fact is, yes, we are down by 3 goals to PSG. We play at Stamford Bridge later this week, and I do think if Chelsea can get everything right and aligned, we could possibly still advance. Now, I understand that is being very optimistic about what Chelsea can possibly do. I do think we can score 3 goals against them. I do not know if we can actually keep a clean sheet. That's the hard part. Taking the extra time, obviously anything can happen at Stamford Bridge. And even going to the penalty shootout, I would still favor Chelsea to go on and advance into the next round. But that all being said, we still need to figure out our attacking third. We just, for some reason, cannot end games, put games away. Newcastle, so many opportunities that we could not find the back of net to, again, win that match. Even the PSG match, we had so many great opportunities. Yes, I understand we scored 2 goals, but we let up the 5 goals. Had we, again, taken it to PSG and actually started winning that match, it would have been a completely different game. This is the big problem for us currently, and it always has been the last 5 years for us, roughly, is that we cannot score goals. This is what Liam Rosenior needs to work on and establish for the rest of this season, moving into next season. Yes, I understand João Pedro has been doing quite well. Liam Delap has not been doing well at all. That's been a big issue because the zone really pushing João Pedro to keep getting better and better. And like I said, I'm not saying he's been playing bad, but you always need that extra player to keep pushing your other players forward. Yes, I understand Nico Jackson's coming back next season. I don't know if he'll actually be here at Chelsea or not, but like I said, we need someone that can be a better caliber player behind João Pedro, or again, fight for that number 1 position to make those guys play better, but also be more clinical in front of the goal, because like I said, we've had so many chances, so many opportunities, not just in our last few matches, but this entire season where we just cannot find the back of the net. If we look back at this season, yes, there obviously is the red cards we could talk about, but it's the opportunities. Again, had we scored some of these goals, I'm thinking Leeds, I'm thinking Burnley, just in short-term memory, those would have been an extra 4 points, which clearly would have us higher in the table as of right now. And like I said, I understand the red cards too. Had we not had those, who know where we would be this season, but still, there are major issues that Liam Rosenior needs to fix by the end of the season, moving into next season to make Chelsea a great team again, because right now, we are struggling, but yet it can still turn around. And I want to know what you guys think about this season and where do you think we'll end. I do believe top 5 is still in the close proximity for us. I do think we can still do it. We just have to turn around these next handful of matches and obviously beat the teams around us to make that position. And like I said, get Champions League next season to bring in some new blood into the squad to make it better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video.